So, hi, this is Lucy, and this is Kaysea.
Yes.
All right. I really appreciate you accepting to talk with me. It's really, really nice. I have 3 questions for animal lovers. Are you an animal lover?
Yes.
Awesome. So, the first question is, what do you think about animal abuse and people who abuse animals?
I think it's very sad, and I'm not sure why people do it. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. The second question is, do you think harm or abuse or exploitation happens in animal farms or in slaughterhouses?
Yes.
No, okay. Okay, the third one is a little bit more touchy, but I really get it because I used to do that for a long time as well. You purchase or eat eggs, milk, cows, pigs, chicken, fish, animal products?
Yes, I do.
Is it okay if I show you a 3-minute video on the standard practices in animal agriculture? Awesome. Sweet. If you feel uncomfortable during it, feel free to let me know and we'll stop it, all right? Because it can be a little...
Yeah.
All right. I really appreciate you standing through all this because I know it can be pretty hard to watch, right? Yeah. How did that make you feel watching this?
Very sad for the animals and the fish and everything that happens to them. Yeah.
If one of these animals in the video could ask you why we do this to them, what would you answer to them?
I would say people do that to animals for money and for our own, so we can eat them. Some people try not to support big companies that do that, and people who have their own farms and treat the animals like an animal. Yeah. I would say that to comfort them, and that vegans or vegetarians are trying to help.
What do you think we can do to help these animals?
I think we can stop supporting big companies that treat animals like that, and support the farms that humanely treat them.
How much of it do you think is factory farms?
A lot, all of it.
Pretty good guess, honestly. Yeah. What would be your ballpark?
Maybe 95%.
Really good. Yeah, it's actually a little over that, I think. Would prefer buying from humane farms and stuff like that because obviously they suffer less, right? So it makes total sense. The problem is that often what you find out when you research this stuff is that it's way more marketing strategy than it actually means anything for the animals. All these practices are standard across the board. How do you kill humanely someone who doesn't want to die? Tough one.
Yeah.
Tough one, I know.
I don't know.
Any?
You don't, I guess.
Do you think we have to eat animals?
I don't think we have to, but I think some animals, it's definitely a source of food, and even back then when we didn't have a lot of these frozen food options, or I don't know, we have a lot more access to food than we did back then, and animals were our source of food and clothing. So yeah, I would say, what was your question again?
Do you think we have to eat them?
I don't think we have to, but it's been a thing for a very long time, and I think it's the circle of life, and I don't think we can all survive on just fruits and veggies.
I don't. Do you think it's possible to eat a vegan diet that's healthy?
Yeah, I do. I just think it's harder.
What would make it?
I think a lot of vegans or vegetarians don't get enough protein, and I know that's a big thing. that people who like to eat meat like to say, but I definitely think it's possible. It's just harder to find, or you have to eat a lot more of a certain food to get the amount of protein you would if you weren't consuming dairy or meat.
Pretty much everybody thinks that.
Yeah.
I thought that before I became even vegetarian, and there's like, they go crazy when they ask these questions, especially plant-based doctors. Deficient in protein, if you have enough calories. The people that are deficient in protein are people that are starving, or like people who are anorexic, for example, that don't have enough calories. So actually protein is one of the easiest aspects of a plant-based diet, I would say. If you knew that you could get all of your nutrients in a vegan diet, would you consider being vegan?
I don't know. I've thought about this before, but I do love meat. And I think there is an ethical way to eat meat. Like I said, like having a farm, like treating your cows like ethically, or just buying from an ethically based farm that you know what they're doing to the animals.
I'll just leave you with that because it's really cold. I know. I really appreciate you standing with me. So the last question I would ask you would be, if you could choose to live in a world where you can pay for animals to be hurt, or pay for humans to be hurt, or pay for none to be hurt, which one would be? I mean, not pay, but like be in a world where you don't have to do that. Which one would you want to be living in?
Where no one gets hurt.
You have the choice right now. Really?
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with me. I really appreciate it.
Of course.